Looks like it's gonna snow. It's snowing pretty hard over there, Paul. Is it?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
is.
not it's not snowing here, so
Oh, it's snowing.
look, it's like blowing pretty good there right now. Like it's snow. It's snow. Okay. It's snowing pretty hard over there, Paul. Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we'll bring up the chat here, see if anybody comes in or not. Oh, I got up about 1 o'clock and sat at the computer till about 2 and I went back to bed. I don't know. I just couldn't sleep right away. Come down and had a hot chocolate and a couple of smokes and watched stuff on YouTube and people may not come on for a few minutes because they don't expect us to come on until about 9 o'clock. I think it'll be a bit of a slow start. Well, you haven't put out invites either, so. I got a couple of times I'm gonna go do today too. One at Tulsville. Later on. Yeah. So what's the status of your drone? You ever heard anything yet back?
No. I mean, they said they've been shipped, but
Yeah. But one of the cheapest trains, model railroad stuff there is on the market, and they're getting expensive now. Holy fuck. Man, oh man.
we haven't heard from Rob in a while.
Oh yeah. I don't want to be been on Laura's or anything, channel.
I don't know.
I think he has his good days and his bad days, but
Justin has got to head back up north.
oh yeah, today sometime, doesn't he? On here. Nobody there yet? No, not yet. Should go to Otter Valley. I wonder.
Here comes Justin.
Hey, Justin.
There we go.
He's coming on before he has to go for that long drive again today.
Yeah, it's not for another few hours.
Yeah,
I'll leave here about 11 or 12, somewhere in there.
yeah, around him. Yeah.
Well, one thing's good is you're going on a Sunday, so it should be just weekend traffic. But what's bad is it's the holiday season and there's a lot of people traveling around, so.
Hey, good
Yeah,
morning, Sarah. Sarah's first, Paul.
Sarah,
well, normally, it's supposed to take me about 3.5, 4 hours, but the other day it took me 5 hours to get home because of the damn traffic.
yeah,
It was ridiculous. There's just one accident after another.
well, you got all the snowbirds heading down there before the holidays too.
Oh god, yeah, they're annoying, especially when they get on their little bikes and
Yeah,
clogging up the roads on their bicycles.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see behind Paul there on the screen. It's snowing like
it's
crazy.
snowing pretty good here.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
You got a light little dusting coming in, huh?
Yeah.
Wedgeabig sent a picture, or no, who was it? Where's that Newfound? Somebody sent a picture to me yesterday. Crap ton of snow on the ground. Can't remember who it was though. What'd you call him last night, Paul? Wagon big?
Wagon bit.
That was funny.
Well, sometimes your brain doesn't, especially when especially as you get older, Justin, you're gonna understand that sometimes you see it and you just out comes something else,
Oh yeah, I was because I was laughing last night. He's like, he called me wagon big in the chat. I didn't even notice that you had said it until you said it again. That was funny.
Well, it's light snow here, so must be snowing here too, I guess. Oh yeah, but not much. Huh. We got a little bit around the area, lights.
Well, that guy didn't call me all weekend, so that must mean he's okay. So
Oh, the other guy?
yeah, because well, it turned out he wasn't new. I found out he had actually been with the company 17 years, but
Holy crap.
he's never done anything but done inspections. I was like, how did you go 17 years without ever having to do anything else? I was like, that's crazy. I said, I've only been with the company a little over around a year. And I said, I've done like 15 different jobs. I don't understand. I don't know how that dude got away with that.
Well,
I was so surprised when he told me, because I said, are you new? He goes, oh no, I've been with the company 17 years. I said, holy shit. I said, bro, I'm not gonna lie. You seem like you're new. I was like, no offense, but you don't seem to know anything. He was like, oh yeah, it's because I've had the same job the entire time. I said, what? Apparently up in North Carolina where he's from, they lost their contract in that area, so he's just traveling around. But he's like, I like traveling. I was like, well, good. Ask Rod if you can start coming up here instead of me, because I don't want to come up here no more.
Yeah, there it is out in front of the house.
oh yeah.
What's up, Garth?
Hey, Garth, good morning.
The Teeny Martini Bar was hopping last night. All the youngins.
Yeah, I saw that. What temperature out right now? It says it's 45 out right now. I wonder what it's like in Yulee. It's gotta be 10, 15 degrees cooler. Yeah, it's gonna be a chilly week this week down here in Florida. Looks like the highest is gonna be 66. All gonna be 40s and 50s.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Oh, here comes the big ship down.
They call Caroline. You ever had that one, Paul?
Would have probably been an interesting catch in the snow, but there's no way I'm going down there and flying.
What's up, Steve? Everything Lake Freighters. What's up?
Hey,
Somebody,
Major Steve, good morning or good evening or whatever.
Lake Freighters had a question for you, Paul.
Okay,
The
I'll
chat.
go back over here.
Yeah.
What is your favorite freighter sighting so far?
Like your favorite ship.
Well, I enjoy doing the bigger cruise ships, but you know, it's hard to get past. Oh, there's so many, you know, I've got like 1,800, 1,900 ship videos.
Well, what's
Yeah.
your most iconic one, you would think?
Well, I think the Alpina is the best
Well,
one.
The ones that have the highest views are military, brand new military off as they're going down to be commissioned. You know, they're
yeah.
built in Minnesota, Wisconsin.
Well, with
and,
those, you're not only getting ship people, but you're getting just military supporters want to
oh,
look at it.
exactly.
Yeah, that kind of brings in a multitude of different types of people in those kind of videos. You know, it's just a cargo ship, you know, only so many people want to watch those.
Right. I'll just go back here and look at real quick, and I'll screen share it for you guys. Here are all of my most recent ones. Okay, so here's the view numbers here. Here's the number of comments. As you can see, 200, 227. The Alpina is really, that's an iconic one. It was built in 1942 or 43 or whatever. But you can go down here. Here's the Ivor Bright. There's the Herbert C. Jackson. But as you go down through, you see some of them like 200. Here's one for 421 is the Baltic Eartha. You can go down even further. Let's go to 50. 337. The night views, people seem to like those.
Yeah.
Oh, when's your thing coming in, by the way?
Well, hopefully this next week, both of them will be coming in. 649, the John D. Leach, because of the design of it. People really like that one.
Yeah.
Here's the Roger Blau being towed on its last voyage through 22,318 views. So, you know, that's the kind of thing that I'm just looking for ones with big views.
Sometimes you'll be digging through old videos and you'll find a random one that got
Well,
like
here's a cruise ship, the La Demont de Ville at nighttime. 287 views. But here's 1,500 views is the ST Carpo undertow heading for the scrap. 1,500 views. And a lot of it would be probably people that served on it, that looked at it. And here's another cruise ship, 598. I'm looking for some big ones.
I remember when I was scrolling through my old channel a while back before I got locked out of it, and found a couple of old videos. All of a sudden they had like 2K. I was like, what the hell?
Here's 885 La Demont de Ville at nighttime. The nighttime videos seem to get a lot of play. Here's 7,000. That's the annual float down. 7,800.
Oh, that's good.
Trying to get back a little ways to where it might be some. Here's the Paul Togurtha, 3,200. It just depends upon what time of year and how many people are searching, what they're searching for.
All right.
1,400. There's the Niagara, the tall ship. 1,472. Here's another, the Santa Maria, 1,987 views. There were tall ships visiting the area or passing through. Trying to find a military one.
I remember you did some of the tall ships not too long ago.
Yeah,
They were having that race. They canceled it, or they were going to have that race or something.
yeah. Because this is still this year. This is still the year 2022, and I don't think I've done any military ships. Oh, here's 2002. Oh, okay, here it is. The U.S. Navy warship 21, the USS Minneapolis, 2,266 views and 21 comments. So the comments were like all kinds of different comments. People like the stuff, or they might reminisce about their days when they were, you know, sailing.
Do you respond to all those comments?
Oh yeah, I try to.
That's good though.
Here's the Pearl Mist. That's another cruise ship. 616 views.
Oh, because I know some creators, man, they don't respond to any comments.
Here's a Viking Octantis, 2,205 views. And if you notice, the dates were still only in April of this year, so
Yep.
I've got some serious ships.
Yep.
But I was trying to find some that maybe had a lot of. Here's 2,444, the Paul Togurtha downbound. It just depends upon the time of year and people searching and whatever, you know, floats their boat. Here's the Alpina upbound, almost 4,000 views on March 31st. Here's the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Spar was upbound, 3,760, 5,000 views for the McCalperton. Here's the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Hollyhock, 1,100 views. Here's Black River ice breaking. That was
Yeah, I remember that one.
breaking. That's 5,000 views. So it just depends upon who's searching, what they search for, how they search. And
Especially at the military ones, I bet people just punch in like that particular ship. and
Oh,
your
yes,
video
they do.
Probably comes up
yes, they do.
and they get to see your video of you going around it.
Yep, exactly. I was trying to find one more military one. Well, there's the Wilfred Sykes. 3,146 views. But there for a while, we were getting a lot of military ships that were built, were coming down through. And a lot of them, I flew those with the Inspire. 300, 500. Nothing major there. Let me see if I can find one. Oh, here's 29,020 views. This is the Mississauga, the final voyage upbound, going up to be scrapped.
Holy shit, 30,000 views.
Yep.
Hmm.
And it just depends, you know, a lot of people have relatives or have sailed on the Great Lakes, and it has its own following for sure. 1,781 views. There's Theodore. You remember that, Paul?
Yep, Theodore, yeah.
There's Theodore right there. 4,009, almost 5,000 views.
What's up, Nunya? Where the hell have you been at? We've all been asking about you.
Hey, Nanya.
Oh, he was
in
in the hospital.
heart issues. Oh, sorry to hear that. But he's home.
No.
Glad you're home.
No, TJ never said nothing to us. Although TJ's not been around too much either lately, but
Here's the Scout. It's a luxury yacht, went through 5,000 views. Luxury yacht. Well, I'll stop share. You guys are getting bored with that. But I'm gonna keep looking to see if I can't find one of my bigger.
well, I'm just clipping that so I can show Matt what real views look like. It's a good thing you're doing good, man. I know everybody's been asking around about you for the last couple of weeks, trying to figure out where you've been at. Hopefully it wasn't too serious. Oh, man. I don't feel bad, bro. We were just weren't sure what was going on.
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking.
Yeah. DJ called me and I was so sick he couldn't walk. Wow.
Well, you guys did it up good.
I said TJ didn't say nothing to nobody. At least I don't remember him saying anything.
No,
'Cause I know everybody's been asking the last like week or two. What's an angioplasty? You know what that is?
Angioplasty, that's where they put the balloon
And
in there and open up the artery.
Oh, is it like when they put the stents and stuff in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he must have partial blockage of his arteries.
See what David said? I got 14 stents in my heart. Jesus.
Wow.
I remember him saying something about he had some heart stuff done.
You know what got 10,000 looks was, remember they had the Trump flotilla went through up the Great Lakes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they do that. I don't know what it is with people in boats, but it's the same way down here. They have these huge freaking rallies out on the boats.
Yeah.
Like the boating community was, especially down here, were big Trump supporters. They pull a balloon through your arteries.
Even Mia's skunk attack got 600 views.
Or skunk attack.
Yeah, she was attacked by a skunk. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember you showing the video of that. You see her out there and all of a sudden she starts shaking her head. Huh?
Yep. And diving into the ground, and yep. USS St. Louis was on June the 21st, 2020, and it got 6,000 views. It was his maiden voyage downbound. That was in 2020, yeah.
And then she ran in the house and dove all into the couch, right?
Oh yeah, started rubbing on the couches, and
God, that would have been a disaster.
she survived though. She's a survivor. She's my baby.
Yep.
Oh, you're good, none you. Like I said, everybody was just wondering where you were at. We all noticed you weren't around for a few days and then a couple weeks went by. We were actually talking about him last night on my show. We were asking where he was at.
Oh, I gotta pitch some peanut spray back. My little squirrel buddies are out there.
Yeah.
Doing me.
Well, I got a picture for Paul. We got all about it. Actually, I had one for Justin too, a picture in there someplace. Okay, where is my downloads? Oh. Yeah, here you go, Justin. Called Pro Throw Burrito.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I want to say, oh, who was it? Somebody like a month ago, showed me. I think it was TJ found it, or not TJ, JD found it on Amazon, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Justin, you're a connoisseur of burritos. Where in your memory, what's the best burrito? Where'd you get it from?
Probably Plato's in California, Southern California. It was a small little chain of Mexican restaurants. It was like 3 or 4 of them. They were owned by a family. They made really good burritos. They're still open to today too. They're still around. But yeah, they're breakfast burritos and they're really good. Now, as far as fast food goes, Del Taco was the best.
Yeah.
And the only two of them, or there's 3 of them on the East Coast, and they're all in Orlando and Kissimmee, which is only like 45 minutes from here. So sometimes I get to go there and have a little taste of home.
It just reminds me in the next week or so, I'm gonna have to go out and buy another $100 worth of peanuts.
Well, here, Paul, I found a place where you can get peanuts here. Right here.
David.
Those are actually walnuts, aren't they?
Well, I don't know what they are. Might be walnuts. I don't know.
See how they're round? Those are walnuts.
Yeah, those are walnuts.
Do
Do you ever get like different kinds for them though? Like maybe you should try getting them some big walnuts. You wouldn't have to throw as many of those out.
Well, the problem is the numbers of squirrels that I have. You know, it's like right now I just pitched some peanuts out and it's snowing like hell, and there's 15 of them out there gathering the peanuts. So I'm feeding the whole neighborhood.
Oh no. Del Taco's not junk, David. Now you're crossing the line. Now the Del Taco, the original ones that are in Southern California, I've eaten at the ones here and they're just as good as the ones where I grew up at.
Yeah, Nanya says it's light snow there too. Yeah, it's not snowing as hard as it was a little while ago, just a little spitting, but it's supposed to do this on and off until about noon, I guess.
And I would much rather eat Del Taco over Taco Bell. They're way better.
Well, the soccer fans will be watching the final today. This morning starts, I think, at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know what they never cover, Paul, is the passion among the fans. Yeah, like you don't know how many fights break out, you know.
Yeah.
Oh no, Nunya. All right, that's it. I'm kicking them both out of the chat.
Who?
David and Nunya.
Oh, they
Talking Del Taco is garbage. Get the hell out of here. Look, Nunya, whatever your favorite restaurant is junk.
Or it might be that the restaurants is around Justin do an extra good job at presenting the product. Because I've been to some McDonald's before, it's like, oh my God, this is crap. And then other McDonald's is really good.
Yeah.
It goes with any big company like that.
Well, we had the same thing here with KFC. The chicken here was some freaking grease and freaking everything else. But you go over to Elmer and get it, it was delicious. You know?
Don't egg him on, JD.
Well, you know what I find interesting? I don't know if you've seen it at all or not, you guys, but they're advertising here Arby's, a great big thick hamburger, a steak burger.
I haven't seen
that is so out of perspective for Arby's. You know, Arby's always had the sliced meats and all that kind of stuff. And it really looks good, but we all know how TV looks versus
Oh yeah, it never looks the
a
same.
real thing.
They always make it look all fluffed up and nice looking, and
Yep.
then you get it and it's all smashed.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not like what it actually looks like when they take a picture of it.
Nunya said, say something bad about Tim Hortons and you will see the full fury of Hodges.
Yeah, that's for sure is Paul's favorite stop, Tim Hortons.
You betcha. They're pretty consistent, though. That's one thing about them. They're just whoever's making the coffee, they put enough milk or cream or enough sugar or whatever, right?
Well,
But
see,
somebody else's coffee, it's, you know.
when I was up in Buffalo, I can't speak on coffee because obviously I don't drink it, so I don't really know how good Tim Hortons is to like Starbucks or any other place. Cause
Yeah.
everybody has their own personal preference.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But as far as their food went, I wasn't like overly impressed. It was good, but it wasn't like,
Did you
um,
see Sarah's comment?
Hey, JD.
yeah.
I will not take Del Taco slander on the Lord's Day.
And you're right about that, Nunya. All those, a lot of that food that they show on TV is like made out of actual, like not actual food. It's made out of different crap.
Well,
Like those-
perfect setting, perfect lighting, you know, and I know that like on burgers and meats and stuff, they'll spray a little bit of extra juiciness on it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. And like, they'll actually use like motor oil to make it look like, you know, charred, to give it a more charred look. And then they'll use like shaving cream instead of actual whipped cream. Because whipped cream doesn't really hold the shape like that.
Oh, by the way, guys, I was at the Christmas party and I was not the only one going over to Tim Hortons coming back with a coffee. There was all
Well, the food was terrible and it was just not a good experience.
no. Oh, well, I couldn't believe it. A paper plate, the amount of food they gave us wouldn't cover the bottom of it. Like, really?
They were scooping it out, you know, like you used to do in the cafeterias with a scooper.
Yeah, well,
They give you a scoop of this, a scoop of that.
one of them level. Like,
It sounds to me like a prison lineup, you know?
Are you talking about the dinner last night?
Yeah, the big Christmas dinner for all the bus drivers.
oh, fucking piece of chicken about this fucking big. I went, really? Holy fuck, I'm going to starve.
Did they have like desserts and stuff too, though?
No, all they had was some kind of fucking bunch of snacks there, like, 2-bite brownies or, a little, but that's all. Didn't
But
have
it
any
wasn't that good of food.
cake or pie or fuck all.
No.
David
Nah,
said you,
well, there was one there, but you don't have nothing to do with me. But anyways, no, it was fucking, that meal was disappointing.
Yeah, Garth wanted to know if there was any hot babes there.
Fucking whole bunch of fat fucking goddamn squares.
oh my God.
You got the best clientele there. Half of them are seniors, and well, I'm a senior too, I guess, but yeah.
So there was no party favors going on.
No. Well, there's one there, but yeah.
And David said you can talk about Tim Jackson all day, but never about Tim Hortons. I had to steer the conversation away from Tim last night because Mike and them were bombing on him pretty hard last night. I was like, all right, steer the conversation away.
Well, Tim goes right along with it though. You know, he plays like he's really getting pissed, but it's like his little shorts and his legs showing and strutting around there and little peg leg.
Mike will get in on him though. Oh my God, Mike's like, oh.
Yeah.
Whammy burger and fries.
Then you said, well, what was going on in the cantina? What's he talking about down at the thing in St. Augustine?
Oh, the Teeny Martini bar.
Teeny Martini bar. Boy, that was jumping last night. Of course, Saturday night, it's always going to jump. Friday night, it jumps. This time of year, too, you get a lot of people go there, just nostalgic reasons.
Yeah. Well, I think
They might be out shopping or might be out visiting, and they stop in. Let's go to the Martini bar.
I appreciate it, Anya.
Funny thing is, I'm sitting there thinking right now, I'm hungry. I should have a bowl of cereal or something. But they didn't feed me enough last night.
I'll have 3 videos this week, Nunya, instead of 2. I got some pretty good footage. I was able to split one night up into 2 different videos.
Oh yeah, there, Nanya. That is so good. Poutine.
Poutine.
Oh, hold on. That's what, David
That's
just sent
an
this.
old one, isn't it? AJ.
Yeah, but no. Some lady took a clip. I guess somebody tried to steal a plan.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see this. Did you guys see this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Playing out in front of the place. See her there? She's going down there. She's looking at it. They're looking at it. They're looking at it. There she goes.
Oh, she's drunk as hell. You know she is.
They catch her though.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. And then they bring it back.
That was a while before they got her, didn't they?
Yeah.
Those freaking torches blow that camera out. Hate those things.
Well, and the ones that took it don't bring it back. I think it's a staff member brings it back.
I think the
Oh,
old didn't he or something?
Oh, so she must have walked it down here somewhere and dropped it then. And then they went and found it and brought it back.
But you don't see anybody from the teeny bar go out and look for it on the street. They just all of a sudden they just bring it back.
Mhm.
Oh, and you didn't see anybody in here react to her walking off with it. It was like nobody even noticed it,
No.
except for the little group of people that were sitting there with her.
Dave thinks they brought another one out.
Oh, okay. I thought they because you can go around behind that building. Maybe they went around behind the building or whatever. Somebody says, "Hey, what are you doing?" 30
so
minutes later, here he comes back through the store.
That's not the same one she ran off with.
No?
No, it was not that big. It didn't have that big old shoot off the side. It looked more like that one.
Well, what I'm thinking is in the whole ordeal, if they didn't damage
Because,
the chute on the side.
Mm.
Because you can see right here, watch when she picks it up. That's not the same one. There's no shoot on it. So they never did get it back. And the dude, if you look at the dude when he brings the plan out, he looks pissed off like
Mhm.
they knew that somebody stole it. See, look at the way he drops it. He's like, God damn freaking drunk people. You could tell he was pissed. They probably went in the back or something, or probably had some inside to replace it. I wouldn't be surprised. That's not a common thing. We just haven't noticed it ourselves yet on there.
Street crime.
Yeah, I see that.
What did you get, TJ?
Here, I'll show it to you.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I guess he's going down with the ship, eh? So,
Was there a meaning behind it, TJ, or did you just you just like the look of it? Because some people have you might not know what the meaning is behind it, but some people have meanings behind their tattoos.
Okay.
Like might be something with their dad or their mom or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of stopped snowing here for right now.
Oh, good.
Of
Snow is
course, the ship
expected in about
passed.
10 minutes. It should stop around 10:30 a.m. You can expect about 0.08 inches.
Oh, it says, my assistant over here says, snow is gonna be here in about 10 minutes and it will go until 10 a.m.
TJ, you should come up on the panel and tell us the backstory of your tattoo. Oh, okay, so he just got it kind of referencing living in Florida. Makes sense, a lot of boating here. Well, Nunya, tattoo artists aren't the same as they were 20 years ago, right? Like these days, a lot of tattoo artists don't freehand anymore. They use stencils. Well, it's still not an easy thing to do by any means, tattooing, but back in the day, a lot of tattoo artists were like, they freehanded a lot of stuff.
Now, TJ said he has to go to work soon.
Oh, okay. Make sure you put lots of A&D on there. Keep that thing.
The only thing that doesn't look good is on old people, tattoos they got when they were younger. They stretch, they get,
Well, to be honest with you, you have to get them, like, even if you're older, you can get them redone, right?
Yeah.
Like my dad had one from when he was in the Navy. And it was right here on his arm. And it was just an eagle, but it was all faded over like a 20, 30-year period. Well, and he got it and it looked like crap. It looked really crappy, but then he had a tattoo artist go back over it and redo it and do a nice fresh picture. And then now it looks awesome. If you let your tattoos go for decades and you don't keep up on them and have them touched up and all that, they'll start looking like crap after about 20 years. You've got to keep them every once in a while, about every 10 years or so, you should go in and get them touched up. Especially with the older inks, like back when, back in the 60s and 70s, they were using that Indian ink and that shit fades over a 20, 30-year period. I've seen people's tattoos that were, in their 50s and their tattoos damn near gone because it's faded over time. They used a lot crappier ink back then. But it's definitely good to go get them touched up about every 10 years or so. Yep, true, Nunya. That's for sure. A lot of because a lot of that ink you used to see back in the day was that light green bluish ink. And that stuff was, it wasn't very good after about 10 years.
actually, it looks like it's starting to spit a little bit more snow again, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of snow around the area.
Well, and And just, so you know, Nunez is like kind of agreeing with what you said, Paul, but it depends on how you age too. Cause you know,
Mhm.
some people will get like really, you know, their skin's not tight anymore and it starts almost sagging. And then there's people that could be in their 60s and 70s that still have tight skin. I mean, it's all how your body ages. You're really not gonna know till you get older. People age well, some don't.
Comes Carlos the
I got,
ninja. He's out shopping again.
no, I'm at work.
You have to wear a coat and everything at work. You're inside.
I know, I just got here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you work in a grocery store, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, those tend to be cold anyway, especially in the back rooms and like down, if you're working down the
Yeah.
frozen aisles or
yeah, I'm
refrigerated
working
aisles.
in the deli area.
Yeah. You never really get the chill knocked off when you're in those areas.
Yeah. How are you guys this morning?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
It's good to hear.
Getting ready to leave here in a little bit.
Okay.
Another 4-hour drive.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
I have to go up to Yulee, up by the Georgia border for work.
You got those?
That seems pretty far.
It's about a 5-hour drive.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's far. 5 hours?
I'm not looking forward to it.
And what people don't understand about Florida, a lot of people don't, is how long the state is. You know, you think you're just going down here and an hour or two. No.
Well, and see, the other problem with Florida too is you have to, not all highways or major roads will go right over the water. Some of them will curve around a bunch of lakes and shit. And then that just takes more time, right? Like just to
Right.
get from one side of my town to the other will take you 30 minutes because you have to go around 15 massive lakes
Mm.
because there ain't no
Jesus.
bridges over them.
Why
All
didn't
the-
no one build any bridges?
Well, because they're massive 2-mile across lakes. I mean, there's the roads, they're not major highways, so they just go around around the edge of the lake, you know?
Jeez.
And the Gators don't like bridges.
I'm surprised they don't make cars that go on the bridge, that go in the water.
They do.
Well, they have those. They're just kind of rare, but they do have
And
them.
they're expensive because they're
Yeah.
antiques.
Okay.
You can
I
actually
tried-
buy
I tried-
four-wheelers.
I'm
They have
trying to remember the name of the famous one.
They have a four-wheeler jet ski combination you can buy that's still new to this day. It's a jet ski and four-wheeler combo.
The other one was just like a it was like a Mustang in the water type of thing.
Oh yeah, back in like the
Wow.
60s and 70s, a bunch of people made their own renditions of that,
Yep.
boat cars. Yeah, there was quite a few of them back then. I mean, there's still people out there that make them today. But like I said, they're super rare. You don't see them everywhere. I mean, there was a guy that made one out of an RV. You could drive the entire RV into the lake.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But that's usually somebody in their backyard that's got money and they're just wanting a project to do. It's not something that's mass produced by companies.
Well, I gotta go, guys. I gotta get ready for work.
All righty. We'll see you.
See you later today.
Yep.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
You see the headline here, Paul?
What's that?
You see the headline? Ontario and British Columbia headed for a buyer's market. Figure the real estate's going to take off again.
Oh,
I could get busy.
Do you guys have a lot of people from like out of the country moving there, or is it just people are
Oh, yeah.
shifting around?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems we have right now. Is there's so many people coming in from other countries, immigration, but the problem is the healthcare and everything's going for a crap because they're bringing in thousands and thousands of people, but they're not building more hospitals or more doctors or nurses or fuck all, right?
Okay, so it's not just a mass migration of Canadians moving around to new places. It's all new people coming in. Not to mention, you guys don't really have that big of a population anyway. You only got like 30 million or something in the whole country.
There's the Amphicar is the one I was thinking about.
Oh, yeah, those amphibian cars.
Yep.
Yeah. Go 6.5 knots or 12 kilometers an hour.
Yep.
They built 3,800 units.
Come on, let's see it go in the water.
They got to put an extra lock on there to seal the doors.
I guess.
The water don't come in around the doors.
Using this stick shift. Fair winds and following seas.
Yeah, those are just people's backyard projects now.
Oh God, he says, it's a strange feeling driving a car into the water. It's floating. It's floating.
Yep, that's the one I remember. That's you've seen a lot of.
Christoph simply can't believe it. Driving by its two ship's propellers, the Amphicar can achieve a speed of 6.5 knots, or roughly 12 kilometers an hour. The propellers have to be switched off as soon as it's back on dry land. Without the counter pressure of the water, they'd rotate far too fast and cause massive damage to the separate water transmission. Along so casually, just navigating steep shorelines.
It just doesn't go very fast.
Oh no, if you upgraded it with some newer modern motors and shit, you probably could get that thing screaming across the water.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want it out there in rough water either. He just out where it's fucking calm as a mill pond. Yeah.
Like I said, I saw a guy that did that with a RV, and then there's a company that actually builds jet ski and four-wheeler combos.
That's the one that's right here. There's a Jeep version. Look at it go. And here's the four-wheel version.
Do the wheels come up on the four-wheeler when it gets in
Yep.
the water? Yeah,
Yep.
because GTA actually made their own copy of that in their game.
There it is, and the wheels go up inside. See how it's at the wheels are at an angle?
Yeah, it's so it doesn't create any resistance on the
Right.
water.
It's actually a three-wheeler. I didn't realize it was a three-wheeler.
It's actually pretty cool though. I mean,
Yep, look at it. Hits the water and the wheel tires go up inside.
that's like the ultimate, like, go out in the wilderness and do some exploring type vehicle. You can just go right onto the lake and then just come off the shore somewhere and hit a trail.
I like the one there. It looked like, like that Razor that Ron Lockwood's got, that side by side. That was cool.
Look, what's that? An underwater car? Oh. Yeah, it goes underwater. What the hell?
That's why I said you got all these rich guys out there. Those are their backyard projects, something fun to build.
There's a Lamborghini.
Oh, that person spent some money on that one.
Humdinger. Oh,
Yeah.
look at it go.
Looks more like a boat.
Yeah.
I gotta put a shirt on here. My arms are cool. Ugh.
There's the one that looks like the Mustang.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Look out, wait. Come on.
Stop share.
Oh,
Okay, Dungeon's gonna share one or something. Or have a link to one or something.
Oh, I gotta pitch some more peanuts, Paul.
We gotta toss some more peanuts, do you?
Yeah.
yeah, you keeping them squirrels fed through the winter time.
You're knocking on the glass. Here we go.
I can't believe all this bullshit going on. We got the federal government here now mandating, and they're going to give them out, the government, but the naloxone kits, for people to overdose all the time.
Oh, like Narcan here?
Yeah. Somebody says here, I think it's a good thing to normalize that we intervene to protect people's lives. Normalize, yeah, drug overdoses, yeah, we're just going to normalize it. It's just going to be a regular thing, right? So.
I mean, do I feel bad with people that have addictions? Yeah, but at the same time, they're doing it to themselves.
Well, the thing is, I understand people have addictions and stuff, but especially if the overdose, they should have something there in program where they can take them in and, get them help.
Usually, yeah, but usually well, at least down here, the government programs are usually really shitty. They'll take you in for like a week. It's like you can't get somebody off a hardcore drug in a week.
Well, no, and the
Like,
thing is that they'll save the guy's life a couple times a day
right.
because he keeps so you take him off his high, he gets pissed off, so he goes and overdoses again. So then they come along and do him again. Like, really?
It's almost like, after your third one, we're not going to give it to you no more. Sorry. Then you put like a limit on how many they give you.
Put him somewhere, get him help or do something. Gotta. You just can't continue on the way it is. And just normalize having drug overdoses up on your street or in your business and stuff like that. Why are they normalizing that? I don't understand that. I'm sorry, but anybody that's got drug addictions, but
Well, I mean, you're pretty much giving them the tool to save each other's lives for
Yeah.
doing illegal drugs. Like,
yeah,
'cause
like,
they're gonna hand them out to all these people. And then all these people are going to, when their friend starts overdosing, they'll have one on them and be like, oh yeah, and you're good to go. And then
Mia, you're something else.
are you watching the game, Paul? Are you watching? No, I don't watch soccer. I honestly care less about the World Cup.
Well, the sad part is there isn't much on TV.
I just don't watch soccer like that, to be honest with you. Most people in the US aren't big soccer fans like that.
No, they don't take soccer serious.
No, it's always been more on the, European side, overseas. Like I'm not, There are handfuls, I'm sure, here and there in the US that are big soccer fans. It's just not as prevalent.
I used to be into watching NASCAR all the time, but I got away from doing that even. Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of got out of watching sports a few years ago when they started politicizing everything. So I don't really care to watch it anymore.
Oh crap! You ought to see this stupid picture.
Hi, Boo. Yeah.
Uh,
Good, good.
you see the picture, Paul?
Yeah.
That was at the Christmas party last night. This is my
That was
friend
last
Karen.
night? Yeah,
That was Karen.
that's a good picture.
Yeah. Her husband took the picture. Yeah, they're nice people. Karen and Rod. Yeah.
How much that Snap-on jacket cost you?
Well, would you believe me if I told you nothing?
Oh, you got it free?
Yeah. Yeah. If somebody won it and it wouldn't fit them, it was too small. So they give it to me. He was, here, you want it? Yeah, sure.
Oh, they must be big because that thing looked huge on you.
Yeah. It was almost too big for me. I haven't wore that thing in 10 years. I threw it in the washing machine there before I. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to go.
Yeah, don't blame you. How long do you figure you're gonna have to stay down there this time?
I mean, up there.
Well, I'm only scheduled till Wednesday, so I don't know. It depends on how much he got done over the weekend. I'm hoping he got a handful done because I got 900 done, 950 something done in 3 days by myself. So
Well, now who's taking care of the stuff that you normally would be doing here?
there, nobody. Because
So you're gonna come back and be behind.
no, I'm not behind right now, but
No, but I mean, theoretically, if you were when you go out every day, how many do you usually do?
on what exactly? Like
Inspections or whatever.
20 or 30 a day on average.
Okay.
But I don't have any inspections to do right now. I'm already done for the year, so. Because the way they do it is you do 20% of the infrastructure every year. So over a 5-year period, you do 100% of it.
So is that why you've been doing maintenance?
Right. That's why I've been doing this shit. And not to mention the lady that does my paperwork at FPU is out on medical leave right now too, so.
Well, Nanya said that they're trying to vote to make all semi-automatic guns illegal. Heck, come to Canada, they're trying to take everything away from us. There's like 2,200 guns. We got bans on handguns, and now they're going after hunting and fishing guns. And I don't know.
I'm leaving in about 2 hours, David. Or an hour, I don't even know.
Nanya says it's still snowing good west of me. And I'm sure that's why the assistant said it was gonna start snowing anytime here and last for another hour or two.
Yeah.
I can't go down too early anyway, because I can't even check in till 3, so.
Well, you got that big duffel bag, you got a stuff full of towels and stuff.
I actually was thinking about taking the bigger one last week anyway, because when I have all my clean clothes, they're all folded neatly in the bag, but then as I'm using them throughout the week, with the dirty and whatever clean I got left, I usually separate and I just don't have enough room in that smaller bag. Actually gonna take my laptop too. I need to get all my, get the laptop and the charger together.
What you want? You can't just keep eating all day long. You're gonna blow up like a basketball.
Are you talking to Mia?
Yes. She gets bored and so then she wants to eat.
And I was so worried the other day too when I was
Hot.
packing my bag up and I was rushing. I didn't know if I forgot anything when I left. Then I ended up leaving my charger at the damn hotel. And I packed up and left the other day.
Did you? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I didn't realize it till I was like halfway home. I was like, where the hell's my charger at? I was like, I had to go out and I'm gonna ask them when I get there though, if they still have it because,
Yeah. Are you going to the same place?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, nice, David. Just bought an 8 terabyte SSD to add to his computer. That's fucking expensive.
well,
Uh, I bet that was probably what, David? I'm gonna just guess maybe 800 bucks. Probably more than that. I don't know.
Look, ladies.
Oh, shit.
Hey, JD.
hey, what's happening?
Not much.
Sneaking all in like
How's
that.
the weather down there, JD?
Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
Ain't been going outside much, huh?
No, we were out last night. There's a Renaissance festival place, and during the winter they do like they light it all up. So we went out there last night, me and Amy and the kids. It was cold.
Yeah, you had to take the kids out. Yeah.
So that an 8 terabyte M2 drive would be 1,500 bucks. Woo. David got the one for 700.
Yeah, look at those two. Look at AZ and Nunya. I've been out in that chat for 30 minutes. And those fools ignored me. Now look.
Did you buy the chest I
I
recommended?
don't
JD?
even know what that is. Chest.
Was you recommending implants or something?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, no,
It's like-
the one for desk chest,
Oh, it's talking about the
Oh.
workbench.
No.
$1,500. Yeah.
I was showing JD a $160 one. If you do the credit and you get the $150 gift card, you only really pay 10 or 15 bucks for it. Then you can pay it off and then throw the card out. David was like, oh no, let's look at this one. Fucking $1,500.
Well, David goes top shelf, you know?
Oh yeah, he does. I didn't know if he was like recommending the best implants or what going
The
on there.
new set of double D chest.
And you said oh, look at Nunya's in there. We love us some JD. Don't tell anybody else.
I thought AZ was buying that for me. That's why I didn't get it.
He didn't say me, he was talking about you and Nunya.
Yeah, I was out there 30 minutes typing. None of you saying hey to everybody. Hey, Wayne. My invisible ink.
We go back here, let's see.
Nanya says it looks like you're sitting in the Millennium Falcon seat.
Max's dainties. Wayne.
Said I'd buy it for you, JD, just ask.
If you're gonna buy something, buy me that
Yeah.
RC. That Creighton. Oh man, I'm so mad. They got those like coupon codes you can use online, so this one of the websites, it was like a week ago. It like most of the time they don't allow coupons on these RCs, but it took it and I dragged my feet. I was like, nah, I don't need that yet. I'm gonna wait. So I didn't do it. And then the next day I was like, screw it, I'm gonna do it. And then the coupon code wouldn't work anymore. So now it's back to full price.
I'm looking at, I've been keeping an eye on Harbor Freight because I want a stand-up toolbox. And they always have really good deals on stuff.
Oh, nice, AZ. Yeah, that's a cool one. It rolls. That's kind of what I was thinking, was one that rolls around. But like I said, I work on the floor, so it would just be to hold, keep kind of organized a little bit.
This is the time of year to get some good deals at Harbor Freight, man.
Yeah, you think they're clearing out inventory?
Well, they always just do really good holiday sales, but Harbor Freight's always really decently priced on their tools anyway. I mean, they always have really good deals on stuff.
Well, you have to be careful at Harbor Freight. What I found, some stuff is junk and some stuff is good,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I got one of those pancake air compressors there for $40. That sucker's been a beast.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
I put all the trim and crown molding in with it, nail gun.
But I would say that they tend to have more good stuff than they do bad. Cause they don't have a bad reputation. I mean, a lot of people shop there.
Well, I think you're right, but here's the deal is somebody that doesn't know better goes in there and buys junk that it will break down in about 30 days or 60 days, and they go, well, what'd you pay for it? Oh, $6. Well, get the hell out of here,
Like
Well,
that angle grinder I bought was only, they had it on sale from $30 to $10. And I got the last one, and that's a good little angle grinder, man. It works great.
yeah, but we got a place over here called Princess Auto. And, like I bought an air gun and it was about a year old and it started leaking air. Anyways, I took it back to them. They replaced us here. Just get another one, grab another one off the shelf. Like they stand behind their products, They're almost like, Harbor Freight, They sell a lot of surplus stuff too sometimes, but
Well, they're
Yeah.
a big enough organization. They can buy things from
Yeah.
all over the world and give it to you at a great price,
Look at this little wood one. It's actually not too bad. I don't know. I can't really, I hate doing by picture because I have a feeling that's like the size of a tackle box,
Yeah, it looks pretty small.
but it's hard to tell, But yeah, I want something, I don't know, something like that, but not that fucking expensive. something I can put all my tools in, cause I got like 4 or 5 little toolboxes. And it's just annoying when you're working on something and you know, you have to go grab this toolbox to get that tool and all that. Be nice just to have one central toolbox.
Garth, Garth, Garth.
Are still pushing the slot car business, I see.
Harbor Freight, David doesn't let nobody have nothing. Look at that. Harbor Freight's junky. Doesn't let anybody have anything.
Yeah, there comes the snow again, Paul.
Yeah, well, look at it coming down.
Yeah. I was looking back there, some big flakes.
Yep.
I don't know what it's like here. No, it's cold and windy, but that's it. Nothing coming down here.
Alls I'm saying is if I bought a Mac toolbox this size, it'd be like 3 grand.
Yeah.
Or Snap on.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Is that where you keep your sex toys?
I actually like this one. See, look,
One tonight, honey.
it's got all the little organizers in there. It's actually a nice little box, but I got a good deal on it on Amazon. It's just got some just random stuff in it. Different screws and bolts and stuff. Like that. But it was only like 10 or 15 bucks on Amazon for that little organizer. And then
Yep,
this-
Nanya, it is snowing pretty hard right now.
Yeah, that's true, AZ. He needs the big the big tool chest for that.
Yeah, but I got this little angle grinder for 10 bucks at Harbor Freight.
Hmm.
And it came with, and then it's got the little handle and all that shit. Nice little grinder. But for that and a 10 pack of the cutting wheels, it was, I think like 20 bucks.
What are you grinding?
I was cutting some poles outside. Some fence posts. It cut right through them like fucking butter too. I've just been buying random tools here and there. If I happen to need it, I'll go get it. That way I always have it, you know what I'm saying? Cause like I had a whole bunch of tools a few years back and I don't know what the hell happened to them. We moved a couple times and they got lost and
So when you're
So-
cutting these fence posts, do you have a black ski mask on and then you go in and rob the place after? Or?
He's cutting the locks off the back doors and stuff, yep.
yeah. Well, yeah, with a corded fucking angle grinder, it's like, can I go ahead and plug into your plug, please? Go in the store first and ask if you need some power. At least have a wireless one. Jesus, what do you take me for? You run 100-foot cord from your car.
You got a generator.
Yeah,
Ready?
trying to break into the back of the bank with a generator and a plug-in angle grinder. Slot car box hanging. Or hanging with JD. And he is insistent trying to get you to
Yeah.
in the slot car racing, ain't he?
Well, what he needs to do is send you a few slot cars and let you play with them.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing though, is like that kind of shit does take up room though. You gotta have the room to have that. You know, that's one thing. If you're retired, your kids are moved out and you're in a 3-bedroom house, yeah, you can turn one of the rooms into that.
I can get that same experience from a video game.
Mhm.
Just sit there and drive around.
Oh,
My dad has a small little, oval, probably like tabletop sized track, and I just couldn't get into it.
I had my fair share of slot car tracks when I was younger. Like you said, the little oval ones, nothing too extensive.
I never
There was-
had, I was always just Hot Wheels and Micro Machines.
Oh, I remember the Hot Wheel tracks. Those were all, well, back when I was a kid, the Hot Wheel tracks were all done by just straight, gravity.
I had some that you
Now-
pulled back,
Now
to like get them wound up and then let them go.
Right, but
had
now
some of
they're all
those and then it would go
battery
around.
powered. Now you put them all together and there's like 15 fucking motors shooting the car down the track and doing this shit.
Yeah, this one's, I want to get a track for this one because it's RC powered. So I could drive it around the track.
Garth, technically, for now, yes. He said this dude lives alone. For now.
Oh boy, here comes Garth.
For now, that may change in the future. We don't know.
Hey, Garth,
Hey,
you're on mute, Garth. There you
there
go.
we go.
JD, I'm not talking about toy slot cars. I'm talking about slot cars that go like a bat out of hell. Fast, cool and fast.
Takes a lot of room.
No, it doesn't. He's got a house. The guy lives in a house, for Christ's sake.
He lives in a house with his dad and his wife.
No, your dad doesn't live with you, does he? Your dad doesn't live with you, does he? He has
No.
his own trailer.
You should-
Just the
you
wife
should-
and kids, right?
Should
Oh,
show him those
God.
pictures. You should show him the pictures of my slot track. The next thing you know, you'll be over there building. That's the other thing. You can do something you could do with your dad. Okay. And I'm not talking about toy stuff. I'm talking about ripping fast. 3D printed stuff,
Well, he does the ripping fast with the jet cars outside.
Yeah, I've done all that. Okay. And when you grow up, you'll get rid of that shit.
You grow up.
Yeah, he's all anti-RC.
No, I used to race RC cars, but it comes and it goes. Okay. You know what I mean? So. And slot cars, slot cars for me, slot cars are a winter hobby. So, you can't race
Well,
RC cars. Well, I guess you could race RC cars in the snow. That might be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I get
his
out
full
there.
attention right now is pretty much on what he's doing, but also Amy,
Yeah,
Well,
but
like I said, eventually he's not even gonna have room for the RC cars. It's gonna be doilies and glass figurines.
and
Hey,
pictures
what is
and
your
family
dad-
pictures of the kids and yeah,
what kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
what kind of slot car track does your dad got?
It is probably like a toy. It's like a legit size and everything, but
Is
It's
it
not big, and I
HO
don't-
size or whatever?
um, trying to think. They're bigger. The cars are definitely bigger than like a Hot Wheel.
Okay. So it's probably 1/32 size, which is, that's a cool size, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that people don't understand about slot cars. Slot cars are like 1 to 507. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different iterations of it. Okay. But the big thing nowadays is digital stuff. Okay. Where they have tracks that, you have a 2-lane track, but you can race 6 cars on it. Okay. Because the cars have digital chips in them and there's software involved and you can do like fueling and pit stops and lane switching and, all different kind of,
Well,
it's
Garth
kind of like video gaming and, fast slot cars, fell out of the sky and landed on each other sort of thing.
Well, Garth is here to announce that he's starting his own live streams called Slot Car Racing for Real.
No,
Yeah, you need to get some videos up
There's
here.
so many live streams and videos and things and ways to go.
Yeah, but you know what? You're knowledgeable enough. You could sit there and explain it to all the novices.
Yeah, but it's all in how you know. It's all what you want to do and how you do it. And I mean, I enjoy working on them, okay, and I like the 3D printing part of it. I design all my own wheels, 3D printed wheels and stuff, and so. But it's cool stuff. I wouldn't tell you if it wasn't cool stuff. Okay, I mean, I look at you and I think this guy should be racing slot cars. Okay.
You got that slot car racing look.
I don't know. There's something to it. I don't know. I mean, anybody that's crazy enough to do RC cars is right in the same vein.
So what did
But
you have to
Hodges
order?
Hodges is a slot car guy too. He just does his slot cars are all connected together on one long string. That's all.
Yeah.
What parts did you end up having to order, JD?
I didn't even do it yet. I need A-arms. A bunch of other crap I'll probably get to.
I was completely lost, like I said yesterday. You just started giggling, then you fucking shoved the drill bit through, and then you were like, "Oh fuck." I was like, "Well, what did he do?" I didn't know what you did to your car.
Oh, that was the assembly video. I was watching that a little bit.
Yeah, I put the wrong A-arm in the back. So I gotta take it all the way back apart. Put the
I was distracting him in the chat saying dumb shit.
Oh, was that a chat too? I was just watching it.
Yeah, I did a little live stream.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Maybe I saw it afterwards because I didn't see the chat part of it or something. So you're in Olathe, Kansas? Is that it?
Yep.
Oh, that's like slot car city there. That's Kansas City, right? I mean,
Yeah.
south of Kansas City.
Yep.
Big city boy. Are you from there originally, or?
Pretty much. Yeah, I was born in Michigan.
Oh, okay, because I saw some of your videos that had Western Michigan, Lake Michigan kind of type stuff.
Yep. Bridgman is where my family's from.
Where?
Bridgman.
Okay,
It's by kind of by Benton Harbor, and
okay.
trying to think of the other big.
All right, cool.
Southern Lake, Michigan.
Yeah.
And another big slot car area, actually. Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, all over in that area there. You know where the have you ever been is that a long time ago, JD, that you were from there? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a big car museum there, antique car museum in south of Kalamazoo. I forget the name of the thing, but they got a big slot track in there that they use.
I don't know if I ever went to. I know my cousin lived in Kalamazoo for a while, but I don't think I ever went. I want to go up to that Christmas place, the Frankenmuth.
Frankenmuth, yep.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool trip.
Oh, Lynn loves that place.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like,
I used to go, I haven't been there in a while, but my wife and I used to go every year. Be right in like around Thanksgiving time, or a little bit before, just kind of a day trip, because we're in Detroit area, so it's only like an hour drive or hour and a half drive. And we would go and, they have all those German places to eat, and so you can go there and you go to the big store is, they got a big Christmas store and all that jazz. And we would buy a Christmas ornament every year. We'd buy one Christmas ornament. Okay.
With the year on it, yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
But you can order that online. They have an online store.
yeah, but it's not the same.
Yeah, not the same as going.
No,
especially-
it's good to
especially
go.
if
But
you've never-
if you wanted to continue on with
Yeah.
it,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's a good point, Paul. But if you've never been there, it's it's probably one of those ones that has to be on the Michigan trip list or whatever, if you're going to go to Michigan, because more than likely, if you're somewhere in Michigan, you're gonna be reasonably close to where you could stop there, so. And it's Christmas, 360 some odd days a year there.
Yep.
Or
And you have
more.
to, you have
It's
to
like
go for the
Chris-
big
Christmas,
buffet.
406 days a year,
And you have to go for the big chicken buffet.
Yep, chicken dinner.
Oh, Nunya said he had his wedding there.
Ah, yeah. Well, he's,
Nice.
what Nunja's in K-Pac, so he's not far away.
Yeah, he's just
Of course,
south.
Paul's not that far away either. Paul can just get in his
No,
car.
it's about
Go west.
an hour drive,
Yeah.
but
And
I don't go
Hodges,
anywhere, so.
Hodges, your sister probably goes there, eh? Hodges, Frankenmuth.
It was all right, I guess, but gonna starve to death on the meal last night.
What?
Like the food didn't even cover the fucking bottom of a paper plate.
He went to the company Christmas party, Garth, and they gave him a little dinky plate where they scoop out different things on the plate and said, "Here, Merry Christmas."
Uh,
Don't mess with Hodges' food, man.
Yeah, fuck, you gotta stop at McDonald's on the way home and have something to eat.
Yeah, that's just always a disappointment, isn't it? Hey,
I expected more than that, but
Well, and
anyway.
what'd you say they were charging for the tickets if you
Well, I know,
didn't
like,
show up?
go up, it was $10. Well, cause see what happened, you had to buy the tickets ahead of time, $10 a piece. But at the door, they give you your money back.
That's so. I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, that new company you work for is kind of weird anyway.
It's yeah.
Fucking, yeah. Yeah.
Well, have you ever heard of another company buying another company, and the first thing they do is they cut their pay?
Ugh. Well, yeah, we got transferred over and then they not paying what the other company was paying. Didn't tell us that part until we started fixing. Then they started losing people doing stuff, so they had to change the policy right away.
Ask him if there was any hotties there. That was funny earlier. Did you hear what he said? Did you hear him earlier, JD?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of fucking fat bitches. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, Paul, the trolling wasn't that good last night either, was it?
No, fucking some bus drivers, old ladies, or just
Manatees.
yeah. Someone there, I don't know how they could ever get close enough to the fucking steering wheel. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And see, the thing is, too, there's a lot of Mexican Mennonites in that area. They drive school bus too, right? Yeah, pretty slim pickings at a place like that.
Well, it's just like the food.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it was funny. I was leaving at 9:00. Everybody said, "You leave already?" Look, there's nothing here for me. Oh, they're going to be dancing and everything else later. I said, the only dancing I've ever done is when I'm fucking trying to put a fire out.
I'm going to get some food. Oh.
That basically went for the free meal, right? And that was disappointing.
Good.
I thought, at least you'd have some pie or cake or something, for dessert. No, they had these little tiny snacks and, 2-bite brownies and fucking shit. I went, really?
Did you leave a comment card, Paul?
Yeah, no.
What's up, Curtis?
I just dropped a deuce on the dance floor and walked out.
Yeah. I got to get out of there before the dance started. Fuck, man, I'm fucking be some old bag would be grabbing me and wanting me out on the floor or something.
Oh, but
Oh my god.
be like wrestling with a buffalo, huh?
Yeah,
My God.
Martini?
Nice, look at that.
There you go, JD. He's trying to bait you again.
Uh,
Uh-oh, uh-oh. The small channels popped in.
Oh, Northeast
that's
is
what I do
here.
expect for $10.
The
Billy,
small, Justin says the small channel's here.
I hope he didn't go back and watch that live last night. Fucking Mike was ripping into him. Oh, it was funny.
oh, big dogs.
Him and Tim were ripping into Matt last night. That's a pretty cool car.
Yeah, those are pretty sharp. Do you paint all those or Oh, you're on mute, Garth.
The quality is the body quality nowadays is just unbelievable. Okay, the way they, how they look, they're just incredible.
Well,
I did this stuff when I was a kid. Now this is a typical. Let me try one more.
hey, when I got into model railroading cars, the engines were $35 and now they're $350.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but
exactly.
the quality stuff, right?
This
Yeah.
one is it's another. These are 1/32 slot.it cars is what they're called, but they got hot rod motors in them, and this has got a motor pod in it. Okay, so there's a lot, it's got
Okay,
silicone.
Garth, what is retail?
Oh, retail. Well, usually a car will start out kind of looking like this, and this will be $60 to $100, depending on what brand it is. Okay, this is my particular favorite brand. Okay, because you can change the parts around, and you end up with a lot of, it's very much like what you do with RC cars. Okay, JD, you know what I mean? It's, you're goofing around with motors and, like example, a stock car that looks like this one. Here's another one that's got my wheels on it. Okay. These are 3D printed wheels. Okay. And my design, I don't 3D print, but I have friends who have 3D printers. So I just do the CAD work and then I send them files and they print them for me.
Oh yeah. Wow.
JD, did you see what Matt put in there?
Yeah.
Uh,
So do you paint all that stuff or does it come
No,
done?
usually I particularly don't paint, but you can, most of this, like just as an example, but this is kind of like it's more of this brand. Okay. And other brands, there's 4 or 5 brands that are kind of like the next step up from a toy car, you know what I mean? So they're a little bit more, a car of this ilk, okay, in a more of the toy area would be $35, $40, $50, okay? And these cars run 59, 60, 70, 75. And most of these cars come with painted liveries, okay? And the quality is just so cool that I don't like screwing with it. I like all the other parts of it, okay? Tuning the cars and changing motors around and axles and wheels and things like that. But they all come with white kits, so you can paint them. So if you're a model guy, that likes to paint and do the liveries themselves, and there's just a whole counterculture of crap that's out there as far as and nowadays it's worldwide. It's kind of like what we're sitting here on a chat. Okay, it's the same thing. There are people from, I talk to people from England and Australia and Japan and all over the world, that do it. And, it's huge, and it's kind of taken a big resurgence here in the last 10 or so years. Okay. And, it's huge in the UK, huge in Spain and Italy. Okay. Those are the sort of the big slot car companies are usually Spanish, British, or Italian. And so there's a you can get into it, in you know, really low level and really high level. Now I like 132nd cars, so my track is 132nd, so that's probably the most popular plastic track. But you know, these same cars can race on wood tracks or club tracks that are wood and all that. I mean, there's just, like I said, there's all kinds of different ways of getting into it. Okay. And I used to race HO cars, you know, little cars. Okay. And they got to the point where now this one of these cars, by the time I'm done with one of these, I've got at least $100 into it, not including 3D printing and stuff. And but on the HO cars, I was easily putting $100 into an HO car.
Yeah.
And the problem with those is I couldn't make them, and we like to race them so they're identical cars, like kind of IROC sort of style. So
Yeah.
two, you know, me and my friend that race, you know, we have I set up the cars so they're exactly the same, and it's a lot easier. So the HO cars were just $100, and we'd burn armatures out every couple of weeks, you know, they're $30 for an armature. So anyways, about 10 years ago, I went into this larger scale, okay, which I used to do when I was a kid way back when, 300 years ago. But nowadays, the stuff is so much with 3D printing and computers and, you know, I mean, you know, you got RC cars. There's a plethora of, you know, you go into hobby shop and you're lucky to come out with your life, you know what I mean? So as far as parts and stuff, you know. So anyways. I'm glad that I've been waiting for you to come on so I could like tell you to, you know, get your dad to spend a bunch of money on it. That's what you do, you know, you tell him, yeah, you know, I got this guy and he races slot cars and they're really cool. You ought to get in, you know. Get him to spend the money, then you go over to his house, you know. Is he close by, your dad, your family?
Yep.
Okay. Lucky
Couple
you.
minutes.
Hold on.
I tried to get him into RC, but
Yeah, that's a little tougher because, you know, that's one thing about slot cars is like the way I do it. Okay. And keep in mind, there's tons of ways to do it. But the way I do it, I kind of, for some reason, when I was a kid, I used to remember doing it in the winter. So over the years, in recent years, okay, in like the last 20 years or so, it's become kind of a winter hobby, you know, where we race slot cars from like on one night a week, me and a friend of mine, and we do it kind of like a bowling league. You know how bowling leagues work, where they don't start until till the fall, and then they end in the spring. And that's sort of what slot cars are for me. It's sort of like right around October or so in the fall, I start thinking, well, gee whiz, I got to start remembering all about slot cars and buying parts and pieces and bits and stuff. And then we race, every week till the end of March. And then, I put it away and come back the next fall and you get to rediscover it sort of, so.
Oh my God.
And it, like I said, it is a lot of it, like RC cars, a lot of it's friendship stuff, and you meet people and learn about stuff, and it's fun doing that. The guy I race with, and we have raced for God, probably going on 20 years at my house. And you've seen my track. I mean, it's humongous. So it's pretty, it's more than the average bear, sort of, you know what I mean? Almost in lunacy, but believe it or not, I actually am, on the lower end of the lunatics in slot car racing. Some people are really, I have, of this ilk slot car that I showed you, I've probably got 25 different cars, okay, maybe a little bit more than that, okay, and with 25 cars comes a whole plethora of tires and wheels and parts and stuff to keep them maintained, so you have a hobby set up for that. And and I enjoy that part of it for sure. Okay, but there's some guys that I know that race the same way I do. They have 300 or 400 cars. They're either they're lunatic fringe kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I had to buy this new slot, you know, and it's, you know, the guy's got a wall of slot cars. And I'm thinking, you know, you're not, you know, if you raced every slot car on that wall, you know, you wouldn't get to the end before you died, dude. You know what I mean? So it's all about money and time. But there's something in it for everybody. There's the model aspect of it or not. Okay. There's the racing aspect of it. And my whole thing about it is I enjoy the engineering part of it and the building the track kind of thing. And I enjoy the, you know, racing, like, you know, bat out of hell going fast as hell, you know. And like I said, I was hooked on it when I was really little. Okay. Like Hodges probably was a train guy. I almost was a train guy, but I got hooked on slot cars instead of trains. Okay. And I've always loved trains, but slot cars, it was the speed, you know, it was always that speed thing, you know. It's like, how can you make it go faster? You know what I mean? Oh shit, I just smashed into a wall and killed the thing, you know.
Come on, Matt. Anytime, Matt. I got a lot of shit in the chat.
Well, and the thing too is that with my model railroad, I'm into the computerizing, like, you know, make it do funky things, like, you know,
Yep.
like, you know, it can come out from a, you know, a yard and go back into a yard eventually, but, you know, you can come up here and back into a thing where it'll disconnect on its own. It'll trip it by the computer and then take off, and you can hook onto another train, and, you know,
Yeah,
I
it's like
love-
live video game. You know? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The slot cars are the same sort of way, Paul. They're the digital aspect of slot cars is there's three companies that are really heavy into digital stuff. And, you know, they have digital races, you know, like the biggest digital race is called the 24 Hours of Le Mans. And they have race cars, slot cars for 24 hours. Okay. The lights go down and you have to have certain kind of lights on your cars. And, you know, I mean, it's like I said, it's 1 to 560, depending on, you know, how you want to do it, you know. So there's something for everybody in it. So,
yeah.
But cars, you know, the car culture, if you're a car guy, you grew up in, particularly in North America, but just about anywhere, okay, you know, more or less you're going to be a car guy, you know what I mean? Because, you know, you got a car, you drive a car, you know, you probably got a ticket at some time in your life for driving it too fast, or, you know, driving across somebody's lawn, or, and Justin probably, you know, spent a little time in jail on it. So,
What?
well, I'm just going by what all your cohorts are talking about, how they talk about you, you know. They seem like, you know, you have some kind of a criminal element to you.
Does seem like he's done some hard time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all stricken from my record by the DEA due to certain.
Is that the Sopranos?
All right.
Oh,
Stop
the
it.
game. I see.
I know that's what everybody's wanting to go watch is the game.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we're all running to watch that soccer game, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it with my eyelids closed.
Watch it through mine. Yeah.
So anybody else got anything they want to talk about?
No, I'm gonna take off, Paul. I got some signs to do. And I want to
Yeah,
me.
Justin's got to get ready to go.
Wednesday,
Well, I was
Hodges.
trying to get Matt up here, but you know, we're talking too technical. He feels
Yeah.
a little, you
Yeah.
know,
A little left
overwhelmed.
out.
Yeah. He gets a little overwhelmed when you get too technical.
And JD, you probably got some family things to do today, right?
I think I'm gonna try to get the rocket car out again.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, everybody in chat, thanks for being here. Justin, you have a safe trip back up north, and
Yeah.
we'll see all of you again later. Maybe you'll check in with us later on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see
I'll
you.
be.
Have a good one.